Hi my lovely, I'm Donna and this week we are talking planning and staying connected. Hi my lovelies, it's Donna here at Bride to Be TV, and if you haven't yet subscribed then please hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell and you'll get notified next time we upload a video. And here we talk about planning weddings and safe-proofing marriages. So this week we're talking about planning and staying connected. Now it's very easy as a girl who has been planning her wedding day in her mind for the past 20 years to lose sight of her partner. Very easy. Got the ring, got the green light, I'm going. I'm planning this wedding, nobody is standing in my way. However, this may not be the best strategy to end up with married bliss at the end of it. So let's get into it. It's easy to assume that your other half will have absolutely no interest in planning your wedding day. However, it might surprise you that he will actually be interested in what he's got to wear. He's not just going to be laying down and saying, okay, put me in whatever you want. You really need to have that discussion with him because it's his day too. He may not be fussed by the finer details, but you do need to include him on the decisions and you do need to listen to his input. Just because he's not a girl and he may not have been planning it since, you know, he was 5 years old, he may have some input on the type of entertainment that you have, for instance. He might want to go to the venue with you just to see whether it's something that he thinks his family would like. But he needs to be consulted on all of the decisions that you make, but don't make it that like you're dictating to him. Ask the questions, have the conversations, don't make decisions without him. But equally, don't expect him to become Alan Titchmarsh overnight and want to know all of the flower names, etc. So that is one thing to remember. Wedding planning doesn't mean that usual activities stop. So make sure to remember to be the woman he fell in love with. Traditionally, bride and groom spend the wedding night apart, but for your other half it might feel like he's already not seen you for 12 to 18 months because you just went off on a planning tangent and he hasn't seen you. You can imagine, you know, this guy asks the love of his life to marry him and then poof, she disappears, and for the next 12 to 18 months some crazy lady's walking through the kitchen mumbling some stuff about dresses and flowers and arrangements and entertainment and you know, looks like the woman that he fell in love with but really doesn't quite sound like her. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. However, the point is valid. You know, you still need to be you and you still need to do things together that you always did together. So if you go out with friends regularly, don't stop doing that because you're planning. You might not be able to have as many drinks as you were having because you want to save for the wedding, but you know, there are things that you can do with your friends that don't involve spending a lot of money that still mean that you can get out there and be yourselves, leave the wedding stuff at home, leave any stress at home and just be you. And finally, date night. Date night is sacred and it needs to remain that way. Once a week, once a fortnight, whatever you come up with together that is your plan for the next however many years, it is really important to take those nights, not let them become, you know, just we go out to the same pub for dinner every week because that's what we do. You've got to keep that as a special time where you can reconnect together and build on your hopes and your dreams and talk about the future and talk about what you're up to and where you see your lives going together, and just reconnect where it's not wedding talk, it's all about you two as a couple and the love that you have for each other and how you're going to work on growing that. So keep date night sacred. Make sure that you are making a conscious effort to have that in the diary. It's a non-negotiable in the diary that you make sure that you have that time. And although as girls we're really excited and we want to talk about the wedding all the time, I'm sure friends get sick of it, etc. Who cares, because it's your day. But you've got to give your husband to be a bit of you a bit of you, the woman that he fell in love with, for the reasons that he fell in love with you, that don't involve talking about the wedding and planning the wedding when you're out for dinner together. So focus on each other, and keep the love at the forefront. As I am always saying on Instagram, work hard, love harder. So you can work hard at the planning, but you've got to make sure that you're loving each other harder than the effort you're putting into that. So to wrap up, it's his day too. Keep him involved in the decision making. Make sure that you're talking to him about the decisions and choices that you want to make, and see if he's got any ideas. He may surprise you. He may come up with something that you would never have thought of that's amazing. I mean, I don't want to say that I would ever do this, but the brides on, Don't Tell the Bride, they're always, the weddings they're coming up with, I'm thinking, no, never on my day. I would never allow that. No, it's not happening. And then most of the time, the brides are pretty impressed with what the guys come out with. Now, you still might want your fairy tale white classic wedding, but you can always incorporate elements of what the guys want to, in subtle ways or in dramatic ways. But it is your day, but it is his day as well, so it has to be a joint decision. Make sure you still go out with your friends, enjoy yourselves, don't talk about the wedding, just have a laugh, be you, enjoy being with him, and keep date nights sacred, because those are the times where you're going to really reconnect and build on the love that you have for each other, and make your relationship stronger as you go through the wedding planning process. And it will make your planning a lot easier, just to have those moments and elements where you're not thinking about it and not talking about it, just so that you can be you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and let me know what some of the crazy ideas your other halves have come up with for your wedding day that you think, hell no, I'm not doing that. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.